everyone, I think. Oh, wait. Something is not quite right with the aspect ratio. I didn't even know that was happening. Oh no. Y'all, I might, let me see if I can fix this while I'm live. I thought I had it on the right one, but let me know if you can see me and hear me, because we should be live at least. Oh, how embarrassing. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Even though this aspect ratio is wonky. How do I know I did this before. Oh, I know what I do. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix this really quick while I'm live, but I might need to end the stream really quick just to fix this aspect ratio because this is gonna bother me. I'm tiny. I definitely didn't realize. No. Okay, you guys, don't leave. Give me 1 minute. Because I think I do have to, yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second and if I end the stream and am I going to be able to restart the stream? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Oh no. Let's see. Oh, but this is okay. Sorry. I'm realizing that there are a lot of things that are a different format. I did an update of my OBS and I think some settings are different. So that's really cool and interesting. But maybe. Okay. I'm so undecided as to if I should switch this or not, or try to fix this. Let me see. Let me try one other thing. Oh yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try to fix this really quick and I will be right back, okay? If it takes me longer than a minute or two, then I'll come back with this same weird aspect ratio going on. But 1 second, okay? Okay. Hey? Okay. Hey? Hey? Did I really hope I didn't mess everything up, but I think we should be good. I'm gonna wait a second for everything to update. I'm gonna go grab Peanut, actually, and let everything catch back up. Okay. I'm gonna go grab Peanut. Hey, buddy. I'll give you your sticky. Okay. There we go. I wanted Peanut to come for at least part of this because it's 1 year! 1 year on YouTube! Yeah, so November 3rd of last year is actually, oh, he's so cute, is actually when I published my first video, The Shawshank Redemption. So I guess tomorrow in a way is kind of my actual first year on YouTube, but I like to try to do our monthly streams on the weekends if possible. I figure that's generally the best for the largest group of people. uh, maybe I should just do this before every video to try to get him to actually be in the videos, since this new spot, he's not really hanging out in this little this miniature cat tree that I got, hoping he would want to hang out. I think it's because the lights are just so bright and he wants to nap a lot. But thank you everyone for the 1 year anniversary wishes, and thank you for being here. Hello. And I see somebody said, oh my gosh, Michaela, hi. I see my friend in here. November 3rd is also my birthday, so happy early birthday. I hope you have a wonderful birthday tomorrow. Hey. Hey. Where is everybody tuning in from? Let me know. That's become one of my favorite things to do on the stream. Also, sorry if my thumbnail was a little deceptive. I'm not in the blue makeup and the red wig of Sally, but I was the other day. Today, I just put my costume back on, so I could not do the whole blue phase makeup again. That took me maybe like an hour and a half to do. Longer than I thought it would. Maybe not quite that long, but longer than I thought it would take. Okay, we've got Toronto, Canada, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just gonna give him everything that's left in this because it was like half of this little stick. So let's see. You've got a little teardrop in your eye. There we go. Okay. Fairview, New Jersey. Toronto. Mostly Sally. Partly Sally. Massachusetts, Minnesota. Cool, cool, cool. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I mean, Halloween is probably my favorite holiday, so we have to celebrate Halloween a little bit. Oh, I meant to get my like one Halloween decoration that I have, but oops, I didn't. It's in the other room. Oh well, sorry. And it's 1 year on YouTube, so we have to celebrate that. And we recently hit 25,000 subscribers, which is a huge number. So we have that to celebrate too. And then we have to do the main thing that I do every month, which is give out the Choice Awards for what we watched in October, which October was a really good month on the channel. I think I might be like a horror movie lover. Lover might be strong, but also not. I think I'm more of a horror movie girl than I ever knew or realized. Oh my gosh, we have people from Norway, Germany, Scotland, Argentina, Canada, Milwaukee. Oh, yeah, the World Series did just happen. Who played in the World Series? I saw that somebody won. I don't even know who won. Southern California. 25K hype. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. He's just going for it. So, you know, is everyone else as entertained by Peanut as I am? Pittsburgh, cool. LA Dodgers won. Who were they playing? I don't know who they even played. I know a few years ago. I mean, I grew up going to Braves games. And I guess if I had to be a fan of any baseball team, it would be the Braves, the Atlanta Braves. Then, and I know somewhat recently the Braves won the World Series, and it was obviously a huge deal because Atlanta sports teams usually suck. So yeah, but I guess that was a few years ago now at this point. I don't think that was last year. I don't know how recent that was. Oh gosh, sorry, that was a lot at one time. We're almost to the end of this stick, and when we are, we will slowly start jumping into the Choice Awards. But before we start, if y'all have, I don't know, we can do a little Q&A before and after, and just hanging out. But thank you all for joining. Hopefully Peanut will stick around after this whole little treat that he's getting. Dallas, Texas. Oh, LA Dodgers beat the Toronto Blue Jays. That makes sense because I never it's called the World Series, so it makes sense that they played somebody. I just, in my head, baseball is just such an American sport that I didn't even think that they would be playing someone from another country, which is so silly of me, but yeah. Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas. Hi, Steve. Thank you so much for the super chat. Congratulations on 1 year. Thanks for the spinning wheel reaction on Patreon to the super pets. Obviously, you are great with pets, and it's a great feature. Everyone should join. Thanks for all you do. Oh, that's such a sweet message. Thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, I on Patreon, I've started doing, I think a decent bit of reactors do something like this, but I've started to do a monthly spinning wheel where people can submit their one movie suggestion and they all go on like a random generator wheel, and then we spin it and we watch whatever it was. And the one that I literally just put it up today, this morning, the one that won for October to go up in November was DC League of Super Pets, which was a movie that I was completely unaware of and was so much fun. So if you haven't seen it, I mean, if you're like wanting to watch just something lighthearted and sweet and fun, and I haven't even seen any DC movie, I think, but you know, I found it very easy to follow. It was so fun. So yeah, thank you, Steve. Last month it was Arrival, which eventually I'll get to editing that one for YouTube and everything as well. But yeah, I'm trying to think what the other recent spinning wheel movies were. I think the first one was Stranger Than Fiction. Yeah, I feel like they've all been some fun ones. So yeah, so true. If you want to participate in the spinning wheel or just join the Patreon in general, always an option. Always can be fun, but no pressure. Okay, let's see. Oh, also, I have a new office chair or reaction chair. This is just my office editing whatever chair, and it has armrests, which is what I was really excited for, and it also has a footrest, which is so nice. Oh my gosh, Jody, hi. My friend Jody's here. Peanut loves you too. Yay! Maybe he'll actually stay for like, let's see, let's get you more in the frame. And maybe he'll stay for a little longer. Okay. Oh, as soon as I say that, he leaves. Cats. You can't make them do anything, and that's why I love them. Hi, Alex. Thank you for the super chat. Happy 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Will you react to Bad Times at the El Royale and Widows, both from 2018? Both co-stars Cynthia Erivo from Wicked. I don't think I've heard of either of those movies. And I love Cynthia Erivo. I mean, if you don't know, because I don't talk about this very often, but if you don't know, I'm a musical theater girl. Like, at my heart, at my core, I went to school for musical theater, actually. And I'm not really pursuing that anymore. I'm not interested in acting anymore. But that is like my roots. And so I knew about Cynthia Erivo when she was in The Color Purple on Broadway years ago, and was like a huge breakout when that happened. Yeah, she is just awesome. Unbelievably talented. And yeah, so I mean, anything that she is in, I will always be interested in seeing. But I haven't heard of those movies. I'll have to look them up. Yeah, and I'm so excited for Wicked Part 2. I don't know if y'all saw Wicked Part 1, but yeah. I think I saw another question. Oh wait, the Jays are the only non-American team? Oh wow, okay. I need to also, baseball is one of the only sports. Well, honestly, I probably enjoy going to most sporting games. I just haven't been to a lot. But baseball is definitely one of the only ones that I do enjoy going to, or feel like is one of the only ones that I enjoy going to. I don't know. I like going to basketball though, and I've been to soccer. I guess I just don't really enjoy football games. But yeah, baseball, I like a baseball game. It's just the whole atmosphere is very nostalgic for me. Since you had tech problems, you missed my first post. Congrats on the anniversary and love the costume. Maybe next year cosplay. Nancy Archer. I don't. Who is she from? I mean, I know you said Google her. Should I Google her? Oh, I'm sorry. I definitely just knocked the microphone, so hopefully that wasn't too loud for y'all, but it probably was. Hi, Davis. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really enjoyed your reaction to All Quiet on the Western Front. Is that coming to YouTube anytime soon? And congrats on 1 year. Yes, I absolutely. That was another spinning wheel. Spinning wheel winner. And at least, yeah, it was a spinning wheel. Yeah. And I fully plan to edit that for YouTube. So far, for what I've planned, that's going up most of November. I don't know if it'll get up in November, but hopefully by December. If you're unaware, I talk about it more so on my Patreon, I guess, but I work in the film industry and I was on a full-time film job for most of this year. And so I got really backed up on like everything that I needed to post on YouTube, but I was still like consistently watching 2 things a week on Patreon. And so I have a lot of things that are on my Patreon that I am still like catching up on, especially because I was watching mostly new things or like things that I wanted to post ASAP for Halloween throughout October. And anyway, all of that being said, so there's a lot of stuff like I watched All Quiet on the Western Front, I think in something loud was happening outside. Sorry, you probably can't hear it because I've got my fancy new microphone. I watched it in July or August, it doesn't matter, but it was like probably 2 months ago now, at least, maybe more than that, definitely more than that, which it was an incredible movie. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I watched a while back that will be coming soon, but I mean, it'll be a flashback to my old setup because yeah, I'm just continuing and continuing and continuing to try to catch up. I'm just not at a point where I could like hire an editor or anything like that, which would be cool to do one day. But I haven't, you know, I'm not able to at this point. So I just, these take a while to edit. They're just time consuming videos to edit. But I hope to get it up. Yeah, as of right now, I just have it loosely planned for December. Actually, maybe towards the end of the live, I'll tell y'all what's going to be coming to YouTube in November. I'll tell y'all if you would be interested. But yeah, there's basically a big gap between what has been up on my Patreon, all of my full-length reactions that are just sitting there that I need to edit for YouTube. Yeah. October was so much fun, but it definitely, you know, made the list even longer, or just a little bit longer, I guess, of things that are waiting to be edited for YouTube. And I think a few things I might just not end up even editing them for YouTube. Like, I don't know. The only one as of right now that I'm planning to do that for that I watched months ago is Conclave, which was a really cool movie, but I just don't think there would be that much interest in seeing it on YouTube. Okay, she's rambling. Oh my gosh, I think I'm in a very talkative mood today. So this might be a long live because we have not even started to approach the Choice Awards, which is what we're here for ultimately. Let's see. Why no more interest in acting? You have the facial expressions that are perfect for it. Yeah, honestly, I like had to try to figure out how to tone down my face a little because my face like naturally just reacts so strongly. Like if I'm not careful, I can be looking like this. I just saw someone say, "Are you drunk?" No, not one bit. That do I seem it? Oh boy. No, I'm just feeling really talkative, I guess. But the acting, um, I'm trying to think of how to tell this in a shorter story, but basically, I just became very interested in directing and less passionate and interested in acting. Um, so yeah, so my main focus on the side, no matter like what I'm currently working on as like my main paid job, my main like side focus is directing and writing or like creating, but directing number one most of all. So yeah, but that's just kind of like a side pursuit. And then that's also, I mean, I guess why not just kind of go down memory lane a little bit because that's the main reason that I started this YouTube is that I want to direct and specifically film and TV. And how can I be saying that if I haven't seen so many of these essential movies? Um, so yeah, that's just basically the main storyline. And I went to school for musical theater my sophomore year of college. I took a um, directing class and I just fell in love with it completely. And then the rest of college, I was mostly focused on directing and it was mostly film directing. That I was, or no, sorry, in college, I was mostly directing theater things because I was still in the theater department and my school didn't really have a film department, but I was always interested in film in general. Before college, during college, and then obviously after college is when it really bloomed in my brain that I just really want to do film. But yeah, so that's basically it. Like once I started learning about directing and just doing it and directing, I just felt like it came so much more naturally to me. I'm just such a thinker and so it just fits me better. And I think that that is more so what I'm meant to do. I mean, one day I think it'd be pretty cool to be the type of of director that does like a little Quentin Tarantino cameo or something, but I don't really have much interest at all in pursuing acting. Um, yeah, but you know, it's good to know what you want. And it just became very clear to me once I started directing. Okay. Ooh, hello from Iowa. Wow, we have people from everywhere. Yay. Thank you so much. Um, sorry, I'm gonna move the camera a little because it's blocking part of the chat that I'm trying to read. Um, but is again a little bit small. I need to, I don't know. Okay. Do. Oh, my position in the film industry, I mean, I just moved to a different city, so I'm not currently prop buying, but what I had been doing, most of my experience is in the prop department and primarily as a prop buyer, but I've been a prop assistant before as well. And then before I worked in props, I worked in the location department for like a year and a half or so. Um, yeah, but props is a pretty cool job. I have no interest in like being a prop master, but it's been cool and it's been great experience to have. Um, and yeah. um, and Steve mentioned the Chad Powers episode reactions, which is actually a show that I worked on, that I was a prop buyer on, and I'm just exclusively putting up my reactions to it on my Patreon and kind of talking a little bit more on just my experience or um yeah, just what part I had in like any given scene or how we maybe pulled something together, that type of thing. Um yeah, hope you're enjoying New York. Thank you. I am so much. So much. Um okay. Do. Let me see. Oh, everything refreshed. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on a few questions and then I'm gonna start the Choice Awards because we have a lot to go through as well. Yay, I'm so glad all of y'all are here hanging out though. Also, I hope you all had a lovely Halloween, whether you did anything for it or if you just hung out at home, chilled, whatever. I hope you had a lovely Halloween. I love Halloween. Oh, I hit the microphone again. So I've been looking forward to it all year. And I've already been trying to think what I want to be next year because this was a very last minute costume that I did. And I only did it, like, I ordered it the day I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas. Because, yeah, I was like, that'll be fun. I might do that. I had a completely different costume in mind before, but it was something that I was going to have to kind of make, like pull together different pieces and stuff. And so this was easier. Do you have a mess of people you can gather on weekends to make short movies? I did in Atlanta have like a solid group of people, and I have a lot of friends where I moved to, and hopefully we'll kind of start that indie short film, music video, filmmaking stuff again soon. How many colors are there on your fingernails? 3. It's just full Halloween vibes. We've got, we've got a sparkly black and then a purple and an orange. Okay. How tall are you? I'm like 5'4", 5'4.5". If I'm standing really straight, 5'5", but not really. Kind of in between, I think. Tarantino said the best film school is watching as many movies as you can. I mean, there is of course a lot of truth to that. And then also, I can tell that very much so from his work too, because I know that he is just like one of the biggest movies lovers out there, which Inglourious Bastards is going to be coming up probably in the next like week and a half or so, and I'm really excited to finally get that on YouTube. I've finished watching through all of Tarantino movies, so I have 4 more, right? 4 more to edit for YouTube. Inglourious Bastards. Is it Django after Django, and then it's Hateful Eight, and then it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So those will all be coming in November and December because I want to just finish him out by the end of this year, because we've started watching through Kubrick movies actually on the Patreon. So he is the next director that I'm just going to watch from beginning to end. Obviously we watched The Shining in October, so that will be, we've already seen that. We'll skip The Shining, but we've seen it. But yeah, I'm going to be watching through all of Kubrick, so I feel like finishing Tarantino on YouTube by the end of this year would be great, because then we can just go into Kubrick in 2026, which is weird. Really weird to say. New Orleans, Louisiana. Cool. We have everybody from everywhere. The Netherlands. Wow. Musicals are great, but they're a copyright nightmare. Yeah. I did put up my first, well, I guess my first and my second musical reactions, because Nightmare Before Christmas is a musical that I didn't realize. But K-pop Demon Hunters, that got, I mean, it's copyright claimed, but it's not blocked or anything, so I just left it up. But yeah, basically, as soon as it was posted, very soon after that, it got claimed. And yeah, I just think that I'm just going to leave it up and not try to, re-edit it and take it down or whatever. Just going to let it happen. That's okay. That doesn't affect my channel or anything. It's not a strike, so that's okay. You resemble the actress Jessica Harper. I don't even know who that is, but thanks. I'll have to look that up. When do you plan on the Marvel rabbit hole? I don't know. I do want to because I mean, it just is, such a big thing that has happened in movies, and I think it's kind of in its own way an important thing for me to watch at some point. Um but I'm actually about to be starting Star Wars on Patreon and probably beginning to upload that like at the end of November, most likely, is my hope and plan, because Back to the Future I'm going to start putting up at the beginning of November. I mean, on November 5th, of course. So look out for that on November 5th, the first one. So after that, I think I'll start putting Star Wars up on YouTube. So we kind of have some franchises happening anyway. Um, yeah, so. Do, do, do. Okay, I'm going to just slowly but surely start this choice awards. So, oh wait, actually I want to look up who Jessica Harper is really quick. That's what I meant to do. And then I'll start doing the choice awards. Oh, yeah, I've never heard of this person. Oh, they've been an actress for a long time. Okay, okay. I see it. I see what you mean. Yeah. Cute. Okay. Okay. So, Camilla's Choice Awards for what we watched and was posted on YouTube in October. Yeah, I had so much fun in October, y'all. I'm already so excited for next year. Obviously, we'll watch more like thriller and horror movies over the course of the next year before Halloween. But honestly, I thought that more of the movies that I was going to be watching were like specifically Halloween movies, and then I didn't realize that they weren't necessarily Halloween movies. Like, for example, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. I thought that both of those were like actually Halloween movies, but neither of those had any Halloween references at all. I knew that like Psycho and The Shining were just more so, thrillers or horror movies, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that was a shock to me. Let's see. So everything I'm gonna list out first. Everything that was posted on the YouTube channel in October, and so we have a big one. I'm back on the YouTube game, you guys, so expect a lot more often uploads from me for the time being. Now that I've finished my job and moved, all of that's done. We are on the YouTube grind. We watched Halloween, we watched Seven, we watched Psycho, The Shining, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Friday the 13th, K-pop Demon Hunters, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Weapons, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. 10 movies. That's pretty good. Especially, the YouTube channel was a little bit slow for a minute there. I think there were even a few months that I only got 2 videos out just because work was so busy. So 10 YouTube uploads. I think that is cool and fun and exciting. Sorry, I started to read the chat and then I like wasn't even fully reading everything. Yeah, I got distracted by the chat. I see people talking about Marvel and yeah. Okay. So, if you're new to my lives, I try to go live once a month to give out my little awards for what we watched the previous month on YouTube. And usually I go live earlier in the month. So, usually, just if you're wondering, I try to go live the first or second weekend of the month. The first if I can, but then if I can't, then the second weekend. So, yeah. So, I have I think it's 10 categories or something like that. I have 10 categories that I made up. um, and in no particular order, they are most quotable, tissue box movie, standout character, your shoelaces are untied, no blinking, Mr. Misunderstood, best worst villain, favorite ending, Camilla's Oscar, and Peanuts pick. Okay, it is 10 awards, and we have 10 movies. Cool. And a few things, as always, a few things I might have given to two, things or movies or characters or whatever. So that is what we're dealing with. This was just such a good month of movies. Like every single one, there is not a movie on this list that I didn't like. It was a really, really great month of movies. So choosing my awards for everything were honestly really hard. And as we go through this, I want y'all to, in the chat, list out for each award, once we get to it, what you think, or what you would give it to. You don't have to say what you think I'm going to give it to. Say what you would give it to out of everything that we watched in October. So let's go ahead and get into some of these awards, y'all. And again, I feel like I need to keep saying thank you for being here because it really does mean so much. And yeah, I'm just so grateful and excited to have been doing this YouTube for a year now, which does not feel like that at all. It feels like I started like 2 months ago still. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, I like doing this. I am having so much fun, like actually seeing some of these biggest movies ever. Like, I'm so glad I've seen The Shining now. It took me forever to see it. Also, it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, but it was also terrifying. So, yeah. Okay. So, let's just start with the most quotable. Oh shoot. Actually, this needs to go to 2. I had only given it to 1, and then there's a second that I kind of overlooked that also really deserves it, because both of these movies had quotes in them that I've just heard for forever. So and quotes that, like, whenever I was talking to a friend or something and they asked me, what movie are you watching next? And I told them, then they would just blurt out this quote from this movie. So please, please, in the chat, if you want to say what your most quotable movie is from everything that we watched in October on YouTube, go ahead and comment it below. And there's a little bit of a lag, so I'm going to stall. That's the word, stall. I'm going to stall a little bit. And just to reiterate, everything that was posted in October on YouTube specifically was Halloween, Seven, Psycho, The Shining, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, Friday the 13th, K-pop Demon Hunters, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Weapons, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So we have so many things to choose from this month. It is rich. Okay. So that was everything that you have to choose from. And hello, Easy A TI 2D. Thank you for the super chat. And they just sent a cute little GIF. So thank you. Keep it up. Heavy lifting. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat. Oh yeah, maybe one day I can tackle the sequel, Doctor Sleep. I am really interested in watching that at some point. I'm very curious to, I think I saw people telling me in the comment section that Doctor Sleep is more so about Danny, I think, like Danny all grown up. So I would absolutely love to watch that. Okay, so we have a few guesses rolling in, but I gave the most quotable, I gave it to The Shining, and then what you saw just a second ago where I had a realization that I completely forgot about Seven, so I'm giving it to both of them, The Shining and Seven, because Yeah. They're both deserving. I mean, it's Here's Johnny, which obviously I know originated from like a talk show or something like that, but I feel like has become extra famous because of The Shining and because of that image of Jack's face in the door frame or the door, the broken wooden door. Um so that was the main reason that I did The Shining. And then 7, obviously, what's in the box? I've always heard that quote, and I never realized how dark of a reference or a thing it actually is. Um, yeah. Do, do, do. Okay, okay. People really like Doctor Sleep. Maybe I'll try to watch that somewhat soon, or maybe I'll do a thriller poll on my Patreon at some point and include it. Although, is it a thriller? I just assumed that it was still a little scary, but let me know. Um yeah, okay. So, the next award is for Tissue Box Movie. So, out of everything that we watched in October, what would you give your Tissue Box Movie award to? I would say also um there's not anything as like as just much of a straightforward drama or anything that you would typically just be crying a lot throughout or whatever. So yeah, this one was, well, not hard because I knew it instantly what I still wanted to give it to, but let me know out of everything from October: Halloween 7, Psycho, The Shining, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Friday the 13th. This is a tongue twister. I was trying to read it fast and that didn't really work. K-pop Demon Hunters, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Weapons, or The Nightmare Before Christmas. Which of all of those would you give Tissue Box Movie to? And I might have given it to 2 again. Trying to remember, did you react to Silence of the Lambs? I did. I watched that in, I think it should be in February of this past year, and it's on the channel. Yeah. So, there's a Goonies museum in Astoria, Oregon, where they give you a broken door and you can do your own Here's John. That is so niche and specific. That's funny. um oh, Jack Nicholson never did The Tonight Show. 7 is such a dark, sad movie, but Tissue Box is sad. Okay, okay. Okay, well, keep the guesses rolling in, and I'm just gonna let you know. And I did give it to 2. And part of like, I don't know, part of just this whole movie watching journey in general is half the time I cry more at a movie the second time, much more at it, like as I'm editing it and just sitting there with a scene over and over again as I'm like cutting things down. I will tend to get much more sad and cry more when I'm editing than when I'm actually watching the movie. So that's just a weird little interesting thing. Oh, and hi Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Will you react to Twister, which came out in 1996, and Twisters from last year? I want to, like, honestly, when I first started my channel, there were so many things that I wanted to see so fast that it just obviously was overwhelming. And one of those was actually Twister and Twisters, just because I think I said this in my intro to Weapons. I get the movie FOMO so easily, and I really wanted to see Twisters that came out last year just because it had some actors in it that I like. I had just been working on, or no, I was currently working on Chad Powers as that movie came out, or maybe the movie came out right before I started Chad Powers. But obviously, I was working on a show with Glenn Powell, and so I was just interested to see him in something else. Because at the time when I started Chad Powers, I hadn't seen him in anything. I've since seen Top Gun Maverick, and I watched Anyone But You like on a plane once or something in the past year. So I've now seen those movies. But yeah. Anyway, I am very interested in seeing Twister and Twisters. I don't know how soon that'll happen. Maybe I should do a few more just like Patreon exclusive movies so that we can like catch up on the YouTube editing a little bit. And yeah, maybe that could be a little Patreon exclusive or something like that. But I do really want to see it. I want to see, I don't know anything about the first one, and I really want to see the second one, but I know I need to see the first one first. Or the one that I don't know. Anyway. Okay. I haven't yet revealed my tissue box movies. A lot of Nightmare Before Christmas guesses. But I gave it to, sorry, I couldn't find it for a second, even though I know what it is. I gave it to Weapons and K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah. So, yay! Cue the audience clapping sound. um yeah, both of those I was like tears streaming down my face as I was editing them, whereas like in the actual reaction videos, like when I watched them the first time, I think I teared up a little bit at K-pop Demon Hunters, and then I did like cry a little in Weapons two different times, I think. I don't know. No, yeah. But yeah, when I was editing them, I got so much more emotional. Like I think it's just knowing where the story goes and all of that, and just after having seen the whole movie, then you really are even more fond of like certain characters and whatever, and some of those moments can just hit even harder the second time. And so, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters, there were moments that I was just I was like sobbing. It was actually crazy. I was like, how I'm not even watching this movie, like I'm watching 30 seconds at a time and then chopping it up. Um, so yeah, just interesting. Interesting how that can happen and how that can work. And then Weapons, I feel like probably, well, both of those are movies that came out this year, so I don't want to say too much to spoil anything if you happened to have not seen them yet. Oh, but Weapons was so good. Um, I really, really loved it, and there were some really emotional moments in it. There were like two moments that made me cry a lot as I was editing. One of it is towards the end, um, like that final chapter, when you get to see more of Alex. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. And then the other moment is um with, what is his character's name? Archer? Archer. I think yeah, because I would get his name mixed up as I was watching the movie and keep saying Asher, but it's Archer. But Josh Brolin's character. Yeah. There was a moment with him. Yeah, and he just did a really great job. And there were so many good jump scares, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm very surprised to find out now, like at the end of this whole experience, that I like horror movies more than I thought I would. I don't know if, I mean, I think that I did watch some true horror movies. Let me know what y'all think, because there's always a debate on if it's a thriller or a psychological thriller or a true horror or whatever. And some of these were definitely like more of a campy horror, some were more scary, but I think I like horror movies. I mean, I also get really scared and uncomfortable during them, but then when they're over, if it feels like it was worth the scare, then I think I like them. I didn't think I would, as much as I have, because I haven't seen many horror movies. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the month, the only ones that I've seen that I can think of are Midsommar, the Ari Aster film. I've seen that one like 2 or 3 times, so I am familiar with it. I've also seen Hereditary, but I fell asleep during it. I know that, which is crazy. And I actually don't remember what it's about. So I want to rewatch that at some point. I just remember Toni Collette looking weird, like looking creepy. And I do remember like a telephone pole moment, a car and a telephone pole. I remember that. Okay, I'm not forgetting that. You can't. But I don't remember the actual like what was happening and what the scariness of it was. So, anyway, that was a long rant, but I really want to rewatch Hereditary at some point because I've forgotten so much of it. I think those are the only horror movies that I had seen, though. Um, I had seen like one of the Paranormal Activities as a kid, like at a sleepover or something. And I don't think Paranormal Activities are really movie reaction worthy anyway, from what I can think of or know. But yeah, from what I've seen at least. Anyway. Um, somebody said, what killed me about weapons is the F word. About every time someone used it, it was extra funny with the deliveries. And that is so true. I remember Julia Garner and Josh Brolin specifically had some really funny what the F moments that killed me. Like that was another thing that I really enjoyed about Weapons is it was sad, it was scary, and it was funny. Like there were funny moments that I personally really liked and appreciated. So yeah, that's just me. But I had so much fun watching Weapons. And honestly, I thought it was I don't know, I thought it was gonna like be a much more popular movie, at least as far as like when I posted it on YouTube. I think it's been a very popular movie in the zeitgeist in the world. But I don't know if not that many people who are like subscribed to my channel are interested in Weapons or have seen Weapons. So basically, I just want to say if you haven't seen Weapons, you should see it. Especially if you like horror movies. I thought it was very good. Okay. Let's move on to the next award. She's ranting. Let's move on. Okay, the next award is Standout Character, which this is another one that I did give to 2. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like just with this month being such a good month of movies that we watched on YouTube, for me, in my opinion, I thought it was a great movie. I could go through each movie and choose a standout character or probably multiple. So this is just 2 that I chose, but I mean, there's so many standout characters. Yeah, and iconic villains. And that's a whole other thing. And that is its own category. If you've joined the live or if you haven't been on my live before, I do have a best worst villain category. So we do have that. But we also have standout characters. So let me know who you would give your standout character to. But I mean, there's no right answer, obviously. This is opinion based, and there's a standout character in every single movie that we watched this month. So yeah, it's hard. And once again, the options are what we watched. Peanut. He was on the oh gosh. I'm sorry, dude. But he came back in the area, so I had to scoop him up. Oh, buddy. Please, why are you being shy? The people want to see you. Hi. Why do you look so sleepy? Are you sleepy? You look faded. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being on the live. Thanks for being a friend on YouTube. And thanks for supporting me for 1 year. This is still Peanut speaking. Thanks for the support. Yeah, he is not being too cooperative though, but we'll see. I mean, he is cooperative compared to a lot of cats, so there's that.
Yes.
What was I saying? Oh, just who's your standout character? um, Jangers and Tucker and Dale. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Jangers, the dog. Cute. Um, let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading, but I know it probably got very quiet. um, no, now cat hair is sticking to my face. um, Norman Bates or Jack Torrance, Tucker or Dale, Jangers, Jack Skeleton. Okay. I gave it to none of those people. I gave it to Freddy Krueger and Mrs. Voorhees. Because I mean those are both villains, but I have different answers for the villain, best worst villain. And I think that they both were really freaky characters. I mean, Freddy Krueger, his long arms will just continue to freak me out, and he was just so freaky in general. And then Mrs. Voorhees was just so unexpected and also such a ugh, terrifying villain too. And yeah, and I think that they, they're in my brain now. So, but truly every movie could have a standout character, and I usually try to give it to like not a main character. I mean, I guess those aren't main characters really. But they are at the same time. So, yeah. Um Freddy is a classic character. Ooh, I have something that if I remember, I want to show y'all. I'll have to go grab it, but it's Nightmare on Elm Street related. And then I'll tell the story of it, but I'll wait till we finish the awards to go grab it at least. Hopefully I remember. Okay, actually let me write that down. I want to do that. Grab. I won't say what I'm writing, that I'm grabbing. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, he's on the keyboard. Oh no. Oh no. Peanut, no. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Oh gosh. Help. Somebody help. What about Jason at the end? Do you have thoughts on Jason at the end? I mean, I will say I am so curious to continue to watch some of the Friday the 13th movies because I'm so confused. Like I know that Jason is a horror movie villain and it must just come later in Friday the 13th, and like I don't know. I just don't I just don't know how he's gonna like end up, because I know he just oh sorry, unless he's a ghost, which I feel like, I mean that's possible, maybe it's some sort of ghost situation, but I am really disturbed and curious as to like what actually happened to Jason, because maybe he didn't drown, or maybe I don't know, I haven't thought about it too much. Maybe he didn't drown. Maybe he like absorbed some sort of like thing, like material, chemical in the lake that like made him survive. I don't know. I mean, that was him at the end, right? Like, I guess you could argue, or maybe you can't because maybe there's further information now. But I guess if this was the only movie that existed, you could argue that it's obviously just the blonde girl's like dream, nightmare, whatever, but I think that was real, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a strong theory or like one that I'm latched onto, but I am like pretty sure that he's going to exist later in the series in some way because it's Jason with the hockey mask, right? Like, if that's the same Jason, I don't even know anymore. Okay. The next award is Your Shoelaces Are Untied, which just goes to like an ending that I maybe didn't like, or I could still like it, but maybe it just feels incomplete or whatever, which in some ways is applicable for a lot of these movies. Which, well, I guess spoiler, and go ahead and say what your least favorite ending of the month was. But spoiler, because it's not this one. A Nightmare on Elm Street. I did not pick up at all until I was editing. Like that whole ending was like a dream. And I did not realize that at all. But it just was so obviously a dream. I think a lot of like my brain when watching the horror movie is just kind of, oh, he looks so you look like you're on drugs, dude. Are you just sleepy? He's not on any drugs. Um But yeah, the whole ending of Nightmare on Elm Street was so different to me when I was editing it and actually not in like a startle mode and able to think about it more. And I was like, wait, what? this is this is a dream. They're about to die or something. I don't even know. Um Hey buddy. He looks so cute. But I know he just wants me to let him go. If you love someone, let them go. Let's see. Do we have any guesses? Is anybody guessing? Okay, I don't think anybody's even guessing. So I'll just say I gave Your Shoelaces Are Untied to Halloween, the first Halloween. I mean, I still liked the ending, but it just, I mean, obviously it just leaves it open for Michael Myers to just be running around and out there. And so, yeah, but I did give it to Halloween. So there's that. It just, it just feels like, oh, he got away. Anyway, movie's over. So, yeah. Okay. The next award is for No Blinking. And that's the name of this award just because that's the first thing that I thought of when I was trying to think of a name for an award that just is like the movie or the thing that we watched that month that I just couldn't look away from because I was so enthralled in a trance throughout that movie. So that is what No Blinking means. And please let me know what your No Blinking movie is. Out of everything we watched this month: Halloween, Seven, Psycho, The Shining, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, Friday the 13th, K-Pop Demon Hunters, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Weapons, or The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not like we have great things to choose from or anything. I mean, honestly, I could give it to like 3. I could give it to 3, but I am just going to give it to 1. I'm going to control myself and just give it to 1. Okay, I'm gonna resituate myself in this chair. One of my legs fell asleep a little. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. 7 or Halloween. Sorry, I'm probably shaking the camera too because I'm like holding the desk. Peanut, he's like literally right off camera. Why did you leave, dude? You gotta hang out with us. You have to earn your stay. The Shining. For a different reason, I can't blink when watching Nightmare Before Christmas because the design and animation are so beautiful. That's true. It is. I know it's stop motion, which is just so fascinating to me. It is incredible that people do that. Very impressive. Isn't the Fantastic Mr. Fox? I think that's also a stop motion animation movie. Because stop motion is when they create. Wait, is it? No, uh oh. But stop motion is where it's like, you have a little character and then you shift like this, and then you take another picture, you shift like this. Or is that claymation? Oh gosh. But we'll look that up in a second. So, my no blinking award, drum roll please, goes to weapons. Yeah. For me, that movie is pretty long. It's over 2 hours, but it's under 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's either 2 hours and 9 minutes or 2 hours and 19, I think. I think it's one of those. And it did not feel long to me. Like, you could say The Shining, but there were moments in The Shining that it does slow down, and like, I'm okay with a movie slowing down. But The Shining did feel a little long, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. I'm not complaining about the length, but Weapons, it didn't. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And yeah, I just couldn't look away. I mean, the way that the story unfolds and also the way that it's chaptered out is like, it just works very well for the pacing of the movie. And so yeah, it just worked really well for me. So no blinking goes to weapons. Oh, claymation is the same thing as stop motion, but it's with, okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for clarifying, because yeah, now I don't have to Google it. I appreciate it. Okay. The next award is for Mr. Misunderstood, which also, there are so many different options, honestly, in all of these movies for this award. But who would you give the Mr. Misunderstood award to? I think the name is pretty self-explanatory, so I won't over-explain it. Okay. So, let me know. Actually, I'll just grab the thing that I was going to grab now, because yeah, I don't have anything to riff with at the moment. Okay. Okie doke. I have just a little surprise. Interesting choices so far for the, yeah, interesting choices. Okay, so I have something that I got, Nightmare on Elm Street related. I got it. It's a gift for a friend, who I don't think that they would be watching this live right now. So I feel safe to show this on screen. But I was at a vintage shop, or like a little pop-up vintage thing, the other day, last week or something. And I saw this shirt, and first I wanted it, and then I remembered that one of my friends who's coming to visit me soon is a huge like classic horror movie fanatic. And she always wears like all of these different t-shirts and stuff with horror movies on it. And so just the silence. I was trying to make sure to get the perfect angle where you can see all of it. But yeah, I got that shirt. And so I'm going to give it to her cuz she's going to come visit, but honestly, I really like it too. If for some reason she's like, "I hate that," which I think she would love it. Then I'll take it. But this is just so very much so my friends' vibe. They love this stuff. So yeah, that's what I thought would be fun to show y'all. Yeah, it was a good find. It's a cool shirt. I mean, I've never seen that shirt before. Yeah, scared shirtless. That's funny. That was a good pun. Um, okay, let's see. Our guesses. The creepy guy in Friday the 13th. Ralph. Ugh. Wait, is that his name? Wait. Oh, wait. I for some reason Friday the 13th and Tucker and Dale versus Evil, probably because I watched them close to each other and because they're both at a camp, they like run together in my brain. So I was thinking about the guy with the blue polo shirt and the popped collar in Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I thought that's who you meant by Ralph for a second. Who is Ralph? Oh, Ralph, of course, the guy who was like, you have to leave here." Okay. I'm back. I'm back. John Doe, the old dude on the bike. That is Ralph. Oh, you you literally said it right after. Sorry. Jack Nicholson in The Shining was misunderstood. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Honestly, just because let me elaborate. Because I know also I listened to like a few podcasts after watching The Shining. And I've since learned that, and also a lot of people obviously were so kind to let me know that the movie adaptation and the book adaptation are kind of a decent bit different, especially in the interpretation of the character of Jack. And that like in the book, he's a lot more sympathetic, but then in the movie, he's kind of not that likable from the beginning. And so it seems also like it can be pretty up to interpretation, but like a lot of, at least what I kind of ended up taking from The Shining, especially after I edited it and watched it again, was that I just feel like The Shining seems to, or I don't know, the curse of the hotel seems to bring out like what already exists within you a little bit, at least for Jack. And so he wasn't a very nice guy already. Tucker and Dale. Yeah, okay. It is Tucker and Dale. I gave it to both of them because I mean, it's especially Dale, but I mean, it's obviously Tucker too. Yeah, so Tucker and Dale. That was a very fun movie. They are both Mr. Misunderstood, but we could really find a lot of characters to give that to, especially in the past. In this month. I also considered giving it to Wendy, to Shelley Duvall's character, because I feel like she's misunderstood too, because I feel like the way that her character is portrayed and also the way that like Jack is perceiving her and her, I don't know, her personality is he's just always annoyed with her, and I feel like she's portrayed a little bit annoying too. And I'm like, "No, you're not annoying." I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, the next award is Best Worst Villain. This might be the heaviest hitter for this month. And I mean, there's a good answer for every movie, obviously. There were some great villains this month, but we can only give it 2. Well, I give it to 2. And there's still one that I feel like I probably should have also included, but I limited myself to 2. Yay, glad y'all liked the shirt. Da, 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 da. Yeah, have y'all do y'all have guesses for best worst villain? And in my head, best worst villain is like they're just such a good villain because you hate them so much. Basically. And we have the pick of the litter this month. So I did end up giving it to 2. Or it's just like such an interesting villain. I feel like that also is one that okay. I'm stuttering because I feel like I gave it to Norman Bates first because that was just such a interesting, intriguing villain, and also like a little empathetic at the same time. Just because you feel bad for him in a way too. I don't know. I still felt bad for him. Because he couldn't control. I feel like everyone here has probably seen Psycho. Y'all are all movie buffs, so I don't think I'm spoiling that much. But yeah, so I gave it to Norman Bates and Aunt Gladys. But honorable mention is obviously Jack. I don't yeah. If you asked me 2 minutes later, I probably would have said Jack, but at the time that I wrote this down, it's those 2. And Aunt Gladys, ugh. I won't say too much about her because yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of weapons. But she's a really good villain, that's for sure. I think she's great. And then Amy Madigan, who plays her, was outstanding. So good and just unrecognizable, not just because of the hair and makeup, but although I think I've only ever seen her in Field of Dreams, which I hope to edit for YouTube at some point relatively soon as well. I did watch it. Yeah, I did watch it in July. I think in July. So yeah, I've seen it. Anyway, okay. Next one. Okay, we have 3 awards left. We're getting towards the end. The next one is for favorite ending. I mean, just another one where we had so many good movies this month and it was hard to choose, but I did just choose one. So, yeah. And honestly, this one at first I was thinking of it for least favorite ending. And then it ended up getting my my favorite ending one. So oh wait. Oh, no, I did. I actually just had short-term memory loss for a second. I was like, "Oh, I didn't say who my best worst villain was because I saw another guess." Michael and John Doe for best worst. I mean, those two. There's so many great villains that I was introduced to this month. Fun villain is Mr. Oogie Boogie. I don't know why that's like hard for me to say. Oogie Boogie. So favorite ending. Da, 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 da. One day I'll have sound effects. Is 7. I gave it to 7 because just basically the whole last sequence with the what's in a box up to and through the end was really good. I mean, just I think it seems to be one of the most iconic film endings in general. And it's just a crazy sequence. Yeah. Okay. Next up is Camilla's Oscar. We'll do Camilla's Oscar and then we'll do Peanut's pick. Maybe Peanut will show back up for Peanut's pick, but probably not. Maybe if I try to crinkle this little treat. Maybe if he hears this. Peanut! I don't really want to go find him, so. Oh, wait. Oh, he's coming. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, let me see if there's any treat left. Come on. Come up here. Okay. Well, guess what Peanut's pick is and Camilla's Oscar, because Peanut's only going to be here briefly. So we'll do them both. We'll do them back to back. I think I could probably, yeah, there's like a little, yeah, some crumbs. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ah. Okay, so Camilla's Oscar of everything that we watched in October: Halloween, Seven, Psycho, The Shining, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Friday the 13th, K-pop Demon Hunters, A Nightmare on on Elm Street, Weapons, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Of all of those, I'm giving it to The Shining. It was a hard one, but I think like, oh gosh, I could have also given it to K-pop Demon Hunters. So cute, so fun. I could have also given it to Weapons. I really liked Weapons, but I'm giving it to The Shining. Honestly, the Psycho. I really liked Psycho. Anyway, yeah, I'm giving it to The Shining. It's just so iconic. I was gonna dress up as Wendy for Halloween, but then I didn't. That's the costume that I was gonna have to piece together a little bit more, and so I ended up just doing something that was gonna be a little bit easier to find. But yeah, I just really loved The Shining and hated it and loved it and hated it, and yeah, it was really good. So that's that, and then Peanut's pick I wrote down. I wrote down two because Peanut couldn't decide. I mean, you know, he's out here with decision paralysis. Isn't that right, mister? Okay, do it then. But Peanut's pick, what a perfect angle of him, is K-pop Demon Hunters and The Nightmare Before Christmas, because he really wanted to hang out with both of those animals, both of those movies' animals. The tiger, and of course that little bird in K-pop Demon Hunters. Peanut was just, I mean, he's just been begging to be friends with them. And then Nightmare Before Christmas, I mean, there's so many just creatures in that, but especially Zero. I think he wants to be friends with Zero. I think he wants to hang out with that little cat that Sally, like, I think she even interacts with the cat at some point, but the little, like, black cat. And also all of the reindeer. So, you know, he has a lot of friends that he kind of wants to make. And yeah. Very good picks, Peanut. Peanut's pick. Okay, that's all of the awards. So those are the choice awards. Maybe I should. Okay, we'll do one honorary one of scariest movie. So since it's October and since we primarily watched horror or horror adjacent movies, I'll tell y'all what was the scariest for me. I think was the scariest for me. Yeah. Yeah. This would be my answer. Okay. But what would be your answer out of everything that we watched? Oh, it's just there's not even really anything left. Okay, I think it's literally empty now, dude. He keeps grabbing me. I don't know if that's in the frame, if you can see that. But it's really funny when he does it. Here, do it again. Grab me. Oh, I think that's so cute. Okay. He's like, nope, give me more, please. So the scariest movie for me, I think just overall, and ended up getting me the most scared, and then I just, after a certain point, I just was permanently like really freaked out and scared, was Weapons. But there's so many good options. But Weapons, I think, freaked me out the most while I was watching it. Like after, I'm fine. But as I was watching it, especially like once a moment at the gas station. I won't even say the character's name, but especially that moment on forward, it's just so freaked out. But interested. Okay. Yeah. And I think I ended up, talking like I think every movie basically got a little shout out, right? Something from every movie. Yeah, got mentioned. So, everything got their due diligence as deserved. Um, yeah. So, I'm going to keep hanging out for a little bit if y'all have any questions, just in general. Also, in a little bit, I'll tell you what so far I'm planning to put up on the YouTube channel in November. Um, and yeah, just what's coming next. Talk about that a little bit for sure. Yeah. Um, anyway. Also, if you want to say, what you did for Halloween, or if you dressed up as anything for Halloween, I would be interested to hear about that. Um, yeah, and I'm just so excited for next year already. I feel like we should watch maybe like even more um Halloween, like true Halloween movies next year, cuz I guess the only things that were actually Halloween movies at the end of the day were Halloween and The Nightmare Before Christmas? And maybe no, Tucker and Dale versus Evil still wasn't it still wasn't a Halloween movie, was it? It was just a spoof on horror movies, I guess. And also was scarier than I expected it to be. um just because of those jump scares and stuff and the way people died. Ugh. Um oh, Peanut. You got a claw out for the it's actually empty now, dude. But I'll use it to keep you on camera. Sorry, but you know. Now he's just gonna play. Um what was I saying? Oh yeah, just next year I think it would be fun to watch some more Halloween movies specifically. Um yeah, but we have all until next year for that to actually happen. Um Hi, Alex. Thank you so much for the super chat. Will you react to Die Hard and Die Hard 2 for Christmas? I don't think I knew that there were two. Or more than one. Maybe there's even more than that. Um, actually, I was very strongly considering Die Hard already. Just because I know that it's a big thing of saying, like, oh, it's not a Christmas movie, or just a big debate of whether or not it's a Christmas movie. And I know I want to see Home Alone 2. And then I was definitely already highly considering Die Hard. So, very likely. Not sure about Die Hard 2. Um, we'll see. I do plan to put up another community post a little bit closer to holiday season for like I did with Halloween for all of your requests for holiday movies, because I just want to see what the general consensus is. I probably won't watch, like, it's not going to be a month full of holiday movies or anything. I'll probably watch like 3 or 4 total, most likely. I've been mostly thinking about like November, so haven't thought too much about the holidays, and I was going to wait a little to get all of your requests. But I'm just going to put this here, Peanut, because it's empty. Okay. But let me scroll. Did you freak out? Oh, this is about weapons. Did you freak out after seeing it, or just go about your day after? I just went out about my day. I mean, I was a little stunned for like 10 minutes or so, just processing. And then I was like, okay, la da 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 da. So, yeah, honestly, I thought that I would get more freaked out, like, especially at night, going to bed and stuff after watching these horror movies, but I was okay. I've been able to handle them. So, yeah. Um Weapons had a lot more comedy in it, but test audiences didn't laugh at all. They were so freaked out. So they took out a lot of the comedy. That's interesting because it definitely does still feel comedic. But it really, I guess it, for the most part, it isn't that intentionally comedic. Like the comedy comes from like some moments from like Julia Garner and Josh Brolin, those moments, the what the F, and it's just the delivery. I feel like a big sequence at the end with Aunt Gladys becomes really funny at a certain point. A big chase scene I think is kind of hilarious. Um, and yeah, but I guess a lot of the comedy, especially just whenever you are in that like shocked state, if you're watching that for the first time, you might not be able to laugh. You might, yeah, that makes sense, be pretty freaked out. Um Also, that movie, if you haven't watched my reaction video, that movie was filmed in Georgia, which is where I've worked in the film industry a lot. And it was really cool to watch because there were at least 3 different locations that I've filmed at that I knew I've filmed at before in that movie, and maybe more that I just didn't fully pick up on. But yeah, so that was very cool to see. Um, Oop, refresh. Um, Peanut's not done with the treat tube. Um, oh yeah, what y'all did for Halloween. Um, Tended to the trick-or-treaters, basically. Yep. And a Halloween marathon. Oh yeah, there's so many of those movies in that series. It'll be really interesting to see what people think is worth, like, of these cult classic, I guess you could call them that, movies like Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street that all have like a bunch of sequels and stuff. Um I'm gonna be trying to figure out what's worth watching the sequels of and everything. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see like how people feel about all of those sequels. Um do 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 do. Took your kids trick or treating. Aw, that sounds fun. And scared the other kids with your costume. Um Are there many actual Halloween movies? I guess I just imagine like maybe they're all more so lighthearted. Most of the ones that I was thinking of, because Hocus Pocus, Practical Magic. Um, I saw Halloween Town as a kid, so there's that. Um, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of, maybe they're just mostly lighthearted. Um, yeah, I don't know. Do 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 do. Oh, hi. How do I say this? Will Miser. Will Miser? Thank you for the super chat. I can't tell if you're dressed as the corpse bride or one of the blue women from Beetlejuice. I guess Beetlejuice, is that also a Halloween movie maybe? I've only seen like parts of it, so I think that would be fun maybe next year. Maybe 1 year from now to watch on the channel. And congrats on 1 year on YouTube. Thank you so much. Neither. I am Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, but I didn't do my full costume. I did the full costume the other day for a Halloween party. I did the red wig and the blue face, and that's what's in my thumbnail. But I just didn't have it in me to do a whole other blue face, and yeah, just so yeah. There's 6 diehards? What? And then I also see, did you see Trick or Treat, the Halloween movie? I did not. Yeah, I remember that was definitely requested a lot. So maybe we can get to that one next year. Love your little kitty. Thank you. Oh, he left. Yeah, he did just run away, didn't he? Lethal Weapon is also set at Christmas. Oh, it refreshed. Also, what do y'all think is like the scariest movie of all time? Because I see somebody asking if I've seen The Exorcist, which I haven't. And then that popped in my head, making me think, I've always heard that that's like, I feel like a lot of people will say that that's the scariest movie of all time. So, what do y'all think is the scariest movie of all time? As my friends who have seen many, many, many more movies than me, I would guess. Yeah. Let me know. I'm curious. Have any of the horror movies stuck with you walking around your apartment in the middle of the night? No. To be fair, I usually I usually can sleep through the night. So I don't walk around in the middle of the night too much. But I mean, getting ready for bed and whatever when it's dark and no, actually, maybe stuff like true crime probably. Maybe that at the end of the day freaks me out more than like horror. Maybe. Even though I know that Psycho is based off of a true crime story, killer, whatever. I don't think anything else we watched was, but do. Oh gosh, I need to make this font bigger, but I don't think I can. I was dressed up as Maverick at a Halloween festival, like Top Gun Maverick. I guess that is that character's name. Yeah, his name is Maverick, like that Maverick. Okay. Whoa. Sleepy Hollow. Oh wait, am I getting to a section of people talking about the scariest movie ever, or just like what is an actual Halloween movie? Because I'm not too sure. What did you do for Halloween? I went to a Halloween party. It was very fun. Yeah, and I dressed up. I dressed up as Sally. Exorcist and The Conjuring are both mentioned. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I've heard that's pretty scary too. Exorcist 3. I didn't know there were sequels to the Exorcist. Night of the Living Dead. That's a movie that I don't think I really heard about until starting a reaction channel. Poltergeist. Okay. Texas Chainsaw. Do you like the Godfather movies? I don't know. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen a lick of them. All I know about them, it's like about the mafia to some degree, I think. But that actually like still has been a higher priority on my list, and it's just amazing that I haven't been able to get to it yet. The Godfather movies, I do really want to see them. They're, some of the most famous movies ever. But I feel like I think Goodfellas came out before The Godfather. I'd have to double check that. But I kind of wanted to watch Goodfellas first, just because in my head, I don't know if this is true, but I think they're a similar genre. And obviously different filmmakers, Scorsese and Coppola. But I want to watch Goodfellas first, just to see if there's like any, I don't know, if it feels like there's any crossover or inspiration or whatever. I just feel like I should watch Goodfellas first, but let me double check that right now, actually. Let me just do it right here, right now. Oh, wait, no. I have that completely backwards. Oh my gosh. No. Goodfellas is 1990. Yeah, and I know The Godfather is way before that. Hold on. Girl, 1972 is the first Godfather. Okay. Yeah. Why? I know why I thought that in my head was because at one point I was thinking of doing a Martin Scorsese poll on my Patreon. And then the reason that I didn't do it was because I wanted to put Goodfellas on that poll. And then I wanted to, but then I was like, no, I need to see The Godfather. It was the other way around. I need to see The Godfather before Goodfellas. But yeah, I mean, we're about to be watching Star Wars on Patreon, and then eventually that'll get to YouTube. So I feel like we have a little bit of a franchise, dedicated for a little bit. But I mean, The Godfather's, there's only 3 movies. So maybe we do that kind of soon, because also Diane Keaton was in that, and I've never seen her in anything. And I want to watch something of hers soon. So maybe this would be the perfect other thing to throw into the mix. For just the end of the year. Yeah. Oh, I'm sitting up straighter now, so let me adjust a little since my posture just got really good. Child's Play is really scary. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just now getting to the chat. Everybody's like, no, Godfather's first. Godfather's first. Sorry. Vanilla Sky. Scary movie. Okay. I need to drink some water. Oh my gosh, my mouth is dry. Okay. Yeah. Thanks everyone for letting me know about the cord on the floor. The Godfather mix up. Oops. Yeah. Okay. I think we're getting closer to the end of the live, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start letting y'all know. Maybe I'll just always do this also in the future. In my lives, I'll also let you know, give you a sneak peek of what's coming up in the next month or so on the YouTube specifically. And also, I feel like I should maybe start putting like little update posts out again. I was doing community posts for a while, letting y'all know what was going to come out that week. And then I stopped because I never knew what was going to be coming out because I was working full time, like 80-hour weeks, prop buying. So I just edited whenever I could jam it in there. But let's see. Here's what's coming up over the course of November on YouTube. Back to the Future. Okay, that's coming starting November 5th. And then probably about once a week after that. And then we're going to do Inglourious Bastards. We're going to do No Country for Old Men. I'm going to start bringing Severance back. So Severance Season 2 will go up throughout November and December. And I'm going to be lumping them together this time, 2 episodes in a video. Because I think that'll just, I don't know, I think that might be more of the vibe. Um, and so yeah, Severance season 2, which again, like you guys, I love Severance. If you aren't watching Severance, please watch it. Watch this show. It's so good and there are so many good twists. It's so well made. It feels like movie level quality, which is just how a lot of TV shows are these days, obviously, but it just is so good. Yeah, I feel like there's like a few like a lump of movie people. A lump. Why did I call it a lump? But like there's a section of the community of movie loving, you know, fanatics, film buffs who like I feel like will passionately not want to watch TV because they just love movies so much. And I don't know. I'm just like, no, please watch TV. What kind of freaking stance is that? Please watch TV. But there are good shows out there too. I feel like I've watched a lot more TV than movies, and Severance has just blown my socks off. Anyway, that's gonna be coming back more so in the second half of November. Oh, what's y'all's favorite TV show? Actually, we should talk about that before we finish this live. Yeah, Severance will be coming back, and then Django Unchained, probably Manhunter at some point. I hope to get that out in November. And then I think also towards the end of November, I'm going to be starting to put out some Star Wars content. So, yeah. It'll be fun. And I'm starting with Star Wars episode 4. So I'm going to go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll see. I know there's so many other, like, I don't know, Star Wars related things to, options to go from there. I know that there's other one-off movies or other, I don't know, and then there's TV shows too, I think, and it's going to be a big whole universe to leap into. But yeah. Let's see. Hacks is a great show. I have a little bit left of Hacks. I don't think I finished the latest season that came out. I think it's season 4 that's out. But it's so fun. I like it a lot. Yeah, I mean the two main women, Jean Smart and oh my gosh, what is the other girl's name? She's so good. I really like her. She's so funny. Yeah, Hacks is a lot of fun. Mad Men. I started to watch that show a few years ago and I just kind of stopped unintentionally. I was really enjoying it. I don't know. I think I just got busy and then it had just been a while since I had watched it and I just knew I was going to forget a lot of details. I think I was in the middle of season 2 or 3. Like I had gotten pretty far in. So, oops. X-Files, Dexter, Friends and the Big Bang Theory, Stranger Things. Stranger Things is really good. I've watched that obviously all on my own because I watched it before having a channel, but I know it's a popular reaction thing. Like I know a lot of reactors watch it on their channels. So I'll be watching season 5. I don't know. Maybe we can just like hop on and talk about it, or I don't think I'll be reacting to it just because I haven't reacted to the rest of it, but I don't know. Arrested Development. Something about what is his name? Jason. Let me look it up. Jason, why am I blanking on his name right now? Jason Bateman. Something about his like dry delivery I just love. I haven't seen more than I've seen the first episode of Arrested Development a while back and I forget it. but more so just like I've listened to that podcast that he does with the other two dudes, Fred, what, Arnett and uh oh gosh, what is Sean Hayes. I've listened to their podcast some, and I watched Ozark. I haven't seen. I know. I'm sure I've seen him in something else, but like his delivery just cracks me up. I think I like dry humor, because he's like the driest of dry humors, and he is funny. He's a funny guy. Um, Star Trek, X-Files. Oh wait, I said that already. Doctor Who. Breaking Bad. I haven't seen Breaking Bad, and I'm kind of thinking that whenever I feel ready to do this like a huge TV show on the channel, I feel like it maybe could be Breaking Bad. I think that could be fun to dive into. That or Game of Thrones. Like I want to see both of those so badly, and I feel like those are just such like big shows of the 21st century that it would be really fun to watch it for the first time with all of you, but I don't know. Let me know what you think, especially between those two shows. But also, I don't think this would be for a little while because there's a few smaller, like either mini series or more condensed shows with less seasons and everything that I kind of want to see first. I think the next show I'm going to watch is Arcane also. I wanted to start it by now, but I haven't. Maybe I'll start that after I finish Chad Powers on my Patreon. But yeah. For Star Wars, consider doing 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. I have never heard that order, but also I'm not very versed in all of the different opinions. Doctor Who, Bates Motel, Stranger Things. Ah! Do. It refreshed. Oh yeah, someone else also accidentally quit Mad Men, quit watching Mad Men. I was enjoying it. It was a little bit of a slower show, but I still liked it a lot and I wanted to keep watching it. I just kind of forgot. Don't forget 789. Wait, which I don't think I knew there was a 789 of Star Wars. Star Wars 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Oh, okay. So weirdly enough, fun fact, I've seen those. When they came out in the theaters, I went and saw them like with my brother and my dad, and I didn't know what was really happening. I remember feeling confused, and I remember like I went and saw them because I had the biggest crush on Adam Driver. Like in those years, I was like, yes, Adam Driver. Actually, I should go get you another funny t-shirt. Okay, that's like the last thing that I'll go fetch. But I have a funny t-shirt that relates to this. So I probably will end up including those. Maybe we'll see. But obviously there was a lot of lore that I didn't know was going on. And I definitely don't remember them. And also, I used to be the worst at falling asleep during the movies, especially during these years. Like in college, I was just sleeping. I would be so tired, and then I would like go anywhere and I would fall asleep. So, yeah, I definitely slept through parts of probably all of these movies. I specifically remember dozing off in 8 and 9. Y'all. Okay. Breaking Bad. Okay. We have some votes for Breaking Bad. I'm gonna vote for Game of Thrones. Cool. Okay. Uh Oh, did I finish? No, I guess I did finish going through. Yeah, that's basically what I have planned for November as of right now. Back to the Future, Inglorious Bastards, No Country for Old Men, Manhunter. Oh, I do have Mulholland Drive on my list that I want to try to get that edited as well, but no guarantees. It's a long one, so I'm going to try to. I did a poll a little bit back on YouTube, actually on the community tab, of some movies that I need to either decide if I'm going to edit them or not edit them for YouTube, just because um the priority is just like, what do the people want to see the most? And those were all movies that I just wasn't sure how strongly people would want to see them. And the poll was for Mulholland Drive, Royal Tenenbaums, I think is how they pronounce it, um, Stranger Than Fiction, and Conclave. And I mean, there definitely was some like not as enthusiastic responses. So I just haven't been in a rush for those, basically, because there's just so many things to edit that I've already watched. But so Mulholland Drive, I think, ended up winning it by like 1%. So I was going to try to get that one out first. And then I do want to get the Royal Tenenbaums out. I'm hoping to get that out around Thanksgiving, because that feels like a non-Thanksgiving movie that still kind of has that energy a little Thanksgiving energy. So I'm thinking um, that might also actually end up coming out in November. Um, but basically, Mulholland Drive and Royal Tenenbaums are like maybes. Like, if I have enough time to edit those as well, then those will be making appearances. But my priorities are Back to the Future, Inglorious Bastards, No Country for Old Men, starting to edit Severance Season 2, Django Unchained, Star Wars Episode 4 should definitely be coming out in November, and then December will be more Star Wars. So yeah, basically that's the look ahead for the next month. And when I go live in December, first or second weekend of December, don't know which one yet, but as always, I'll announce it on the community tab. Um, do do do. I'll let you know what's coming up in December. I'll just start making this an actual thing because I think it's kind of fun. And if you took time out of your day to join me in the live stream, which I appreciate so much, then the least I can do is give you a little inside look on what I'm thinking will come up next, at least. Yeah. So, and when I say Back to the Future, all 3 will be coming out in November. So there's that. Let me go get the last little thing that I thought I'd show y'all for fun. I think I still have it. I actually just felt like I might have donated it, but let's see. Oh no. Okay. This is another t-shirt, weirdly enough, and this is because I was telling y'all kind of why I had seen those more recent Star Wars movies, 7, 8, and 9. I didn't even realize they were 7, 8, and 9. I thought they were like totally a different spin-off or something. I don't even know. I had no clue what was happening. But yeah, the main reason honestly was that I had the biggest crush on Adam Driver at the time. Not the biggest, I don't know. But he was one of my celebrity crushes at the time. Honestly, now I'm kind of indifferent, but I had a friend who gave me this t-shirt that says, "If he's not in heaven, I don't want to go." I don't even I think it's hilarious. But I have like not really been able to get up the courage to wear this in public. Like this was a sleep shirt for me because I just can't. I don't think I can wear that in public. Um, but I think it's funny. I do think it's hilarious. Um, yeah. The biggest of all time. Is there anything else we need to touch on, you guys? I guess this might be about the end of the live. I mean, we've been going for 2 hours, so I guess it could be the end. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you. If you are one of my 25,000 subscribers, then thank you so much for being a part of this channel, being a part of my movie watching journey. And yeah, I'm really grateful and I'm having so much fun and just really excited to continue to learn so much more about movies and film and just, actually walk the walk of being a movie lover. So, yeah, thank you so much for being here and be on the lookout for what we're going to be watching in November. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. I don't know. Happy Halloween. Yeah. 1 whole year. Yay. Okay.